Welcome to the Lazarus Pit. Hashtag nerds chatting. Thanks for tuning in.
Right. Welcome everybody to this week's comic book review from Lazarus Pit Pod. I am Nathan and with me is Ben.
Hi.
I've got 5 comics this week. What have you got?
I also have 5.
Right, well let's dive straight in. What have you got?
Daredevil, issue 3 by Charles Soule.
Let's have a look.
I like it. I like the artwork. It's by Ron Garney and it's really impressive. And it's all, I've said this before, but it's all like shadows and dark colours and it's not normal. And I love it.
Yeah.
I just absolutely love it. And there's nothing about this comic book so far that I don't like.
Okay, cool.
It's great.
Lovely.
Moving on.
Okay, so I have an issue, Ghostbusters International #1 from IDW. It was a bit of a punt for me. Long-time listeners will know I am obsessed with Ghostbusters, love it completely. But I say obsessed, but I'd never read the comics before.
So not really obsessed?
No, not really obsessed.
Okay.
I started reading comics. The first comics I ever read when I was a kid was Ghostbusters comics. This is the first one I've read since about 20 years.
Very cool.
And I really enjoyed it. Not a lot happens. It's not a great comic, but I really enjoyed it.
I like the artwork.
Yeah, the artwork's a bit funky. It's
It's a bit
it's a bit different. It's
mangery, but not.
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's written by Eric Burnham and it's drawn by a guy called Dan Schoening.
Schoening.
And I'll tell you what I really liked about it. The moment I started reading it, I heard the voices from the Ghostbusters cartoon, which I haven't watched for 20 years. But it was just in my head straight away.
The real Ghostbusters.
The real Ghostbusters, yeah. Really enjoyed that. Great fun. I will
Nice.
pick up the rest of them. It makes me want to read the rest of the series, actually.
Black Magic by Greg Rucka and drawn by Nicholas Scott. Now you've only read issue 1 of this.
Yeah, I really enjoyed issue 1, but yeah.
This is it's like a noir supernatural thriller, detective thriller,
Yeah.
and it's great. Again, really weird artwork. It's all sort of like sepia colours, but then there are magical elements to it, and they're actually in colour. Let me try and find something. There you go.
Oh,
That appears to be magical, therefore it has colour to it.
Nice.
It's
nice
brilliant.
treat. I like
I
it.
love the way the story's going. You've got no idea. It ends on a brilliant cliffhanger this week. It's great. Recommended.
Good Grey Rocker stuff. Okay, next I've got Superman number 48. I've said about this quite a few times now. I am fed up with this storyline. It needs to end. Luckily, this issue is it coming to an end soon because...
Is he still depowered?
Yeah, he's still depowered, yeah. Now, spoilers, but the way he discovers that he's going to get his powers back is he has to scrape off the top layer of skin so that his bottom layer of skin can heal itself back. And he does that by sitting in a vat of kryptonite. It's a bit daft. It's just...
That much kryptonite would kill him.
Yeah, instantly, yeah.
Put that page up on
Yeah.
the screen again.
Yeah.
We'll get a picture of that, but
Yeah.
yeah, that would kill him.
Yeah. Like I say, I don't read Superman comics so that I can read Captain America. Do you know what I mean? I want Superman to be big and powerful and Superman. I'm fed up with this. What you got?
Took a part in this one. This was from Final Frontier, our free comic book for the week. This was Cry Havoc. It's issue 1. The tagline for this is what got me interested. It's not about a female lesbian werewolf that goes to war, except it kind of is.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I love werewolves.
Yeah.
I have nothing against lesbians,
Yeah.
so I thought, okay, I've got to read it. The artwork is really strange because one minute it's all like this and it's all sort of like not mangery but quite, and then it sort of skips ahead in time and it's all like this and it's all like different colours and it's all a bit
so
washed
it's a washed
out.
out palette, yeah.
Yeah. Now this is after this bit here is after she's been attacked by a werewolf.
Right.
This bit is before she's been attacked by a
Okay,
werewolf.
so it's almost like she sees it in different way.
It's quite clever. I enjoyed the story. I kind of wanted a little bit more from it. I wanted a little bit more wolf.
Well, then
I do like a bit of wolf.
Then you should read issue 2.
I
surely.
will definitely read issue 2. It's good. I'm intrigued.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Okay, my next issue is another Superman one. So unlike my previous one, this is Superman Lois and Clark number 4, written by Dan Jurgens and drawn by someone Weeks, Mr. Weeks. I can't remember his name.
I forgot to say this was written by.
Yeah, it is.
Doing a bit.
So Lee Weeks and Marco Santucci. This is what Superman comics should be like.
Right.
It's great. I love the characters in it. Superman gets a lot of page time. Lois gets loads of page time. There's battles in it and fights. There's struggles, but ultimately overcoming those struggles. It's a great book. And I'm really enjoying it. If you haven't read it before, it's set in the New 52 universe, but it's the Superman from the Infinite Crisis universe. And the idea is that Lois and Clark from the Infinite Crisis universe got trapped here 5 years ago, and they're living in secret in the background. So there's actually two Supermen in the new.
This is going to have something to do with Rebirth.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah,
Definitely. I think
it's great. Dan Jurgen's been around for a long time. He's doing a really good job, and I love every bit of it. And actually, it's a little bit of time jumping in it because you get the first days of when they first arrived, and then what's happening now. So you sort of understand how they've ingratiated themselves into the society. Mm-hmm. It's good, really good. Really enjoying it.
Excellent.
Cool.
Right, Outcast, issue 15. I love this comic book. This is by Robert Kirkman and what's his name? Paul Azaceta? I don't know, but it's amazing. I'll try and show a bit. Okay, so basically what they do, it's oddly drawn, but it works for the style of the comic book it is, which is it's a supernatural sort of possession, demon possession, devil, god, all this kind of thing.
Exorcist type of thing. Yeah.
Without calling itself The Exorcist and having a completely different plot. But what they do in certain panels, I'll show you here, Nate, and I'll focus up on it, but they do like smaller focusing in on little bits that are in the background. Like here, they focus on a bird that's just in a tree in the background, but it sort of like sets the tone of
yeah.
It's almost like you could, like, if this was filmed on the screen, or when it will be filmed, when it will come out, you just know what they're going to do. Every now and then they'll pan away and they'll zoom in on something that's got nothing to do with anything at all. Yeah. And they'll come back to it.
It makes it richer.
Yeah. It sort of, it develops the world. I love it. I love it so much. This had quite a few confrontations in it, this issue, with a couple of people who are quite bad. It's great. It ends on a cliffhanger as well, which I don't think I saw coming, and I love it.
Next up, I have Star Wars Kanan, issue 10. What can I say about this? It's all right.
Okay.
It's really, really nice artwork, like really pretty artwork. The artist is Pepe Larraz. I've said about him before. He does some great stuff. It's written by a guy called Greg Weisman. The cover is a lie. That doesn't happen.
So that's Sidious?
No, Grievous.
Oh, Grievous, I beg your pardon.
Yes,
sorry.
That's Grievous. He turns up in the last panel, so, spoiler, sorry. It's all right. It needs to pick up in the next couple of issues. It's set It's set in between episode 2 and 3 in a flashback period.
Oh, okay, fine.
It needs to get better because I really have enjoyed it up to now, but this was a weak issue and not a lot happened. But the artwork is great, so I don't know.
Got Saga, chapter issue 33. This is by Brian K. Vaughan and drawn by Fiona Staples. I didn't love this issue. Again, strange artwork, but it works for the subject matter. And the subject is, if you've never read Saga, I would encourage you to pick it up. It's kind of like Star Wars, but a little bit more realistic. That's not painting it in any kind of justice at all. But it's really good, normally. This issue didn't focus on any of the main characters. It was like secondary characters.
Yeah.
And it was very talky. Very talky. And not an awful lot happened.
Right.
Apart from right at the end, when like a sort of almost primary character who's not been in it for a little while because he's been very gravely injured, called the Will, sort of came back. And it was quite amusing because he came back and he's put on an awful lot of weight because he's been off his feet for probably about 18 months to 2 years.
Yeah.
It's really good. And there's some male on male alien love in this comic book, which I was not expecting at all. But this comic book, there's an awful lot of sexy stuff in it. An awful lot.
The series,
in the series itself. It's not for kids.
That issue smacks of filler.
Yeah, it was a filler issue, to be honest with you. I didn't love it, but I'm going to keep on reading it because when it gets back to the main storyline, I love it. It's great. It's good. Yeah.
Okay, so last comic I've got this week is JLA issue 7.
Okay.
This is by Brian Hitch, and it's really good. It's really, really good. It's gotten better and better and better as time's gone on. I thought they'd wrap the story up in this one, but they're not. It's keeping going. It has a real feel of Grant Morrison about it. There's sort of twists and turns. There's time travel going on.
I'm worried already.
No, it's great. The Justice League are spread and thin, and they're in different places, and you can see that they're eventually going to have to come back together. It's got some cracking Superman stuff in it, where he has to sort of overcome some struggles. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it, and the artwork's nice. And Brian Hitch's artwork is amazing. It's a panel like that where Superman's trapped by the god Rao or Rayo. And I mean the cover is a lie again, but yeah, it's really good. I'm really enjoying it.
What's with these covers that are lies? People?
Yeah, they are just lies. But yeah, I recommend anyone picking this up.
So this is JLA. This is not Justice League. This is JLA.
JLA. So it is the new 52 Justice League, the team. But it's sort of it feels a bit like an Elseworlds because it's not really connected to what the characters
doing
story is doing.
Right.
It's also not linked to the Jeff Johns Justice League story. It's its own storyline. It feels a little bit like this happened when the Justice League were formed 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
Who's
it by?
Brian Hitch.
Oh, Brian. Okay. Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it. So, thanks everybody. We have been Lazarus Pit Pod Comic Book Review. Please go and get your comic books and memorabilia. Please go and get your comic books and merchandise from Final Frontier, greatest comic book stores in the UK, nay, the world. Thanks very much for watching. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome